So during this class, we'll work on some deep breathing to really get into the twists, and we'll do some long holds and just move the body, and will also help to increase the digestive fire and gain more energy during the day. So whenever you feel ready, let's get the hands on the knees, sit up nice and tall, and maybe even close the eyes for a second. Just stepping into the body. Taking a big breath in and remaining loose in the belly, long breath out. One more time, big breath in, fill up the parts of the lungs, fill up the upper chest. And on the exhale, be loose in the belly and allow the breath to just travel into the belly. Perfect. We're going to do a breath technique called a box breathing exercise. So we're going to inhale for a count of 4, hold for a count of 4, exhale for a count of 4, and hold for a count of 4. So whenever you feel ready, sit up nice and tall, lengthen the lower part of the lower back, and let's begin by inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, hold on top, and exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, hold at the bottom. So now we're going to increase this holding to a count of 4. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, hold for 4, 3, 2, 1, exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold for 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go once more. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on top. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold at the bottom for 1, 2, 3, 4. One last time. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the bottom for 1, 2, 3, 4. Release the breath and observe the lower belly. Can you breathe into the lower belly and really slow down the breath even more? Observe if you can make the breath a little bit thicker, a little bit more powerful. Maybe you bring the hands into the lower belly and just feel the belly rise and fall. Coming back to the home base, coming back to the breath throughout the practice. Slowly bring your hands onto your knees, and we're going to do a few Kundalini rotations. So you're just going to bring the chest forward and send it back in circles. So as you can see, my sit bones are nice and rooted on the floor. I'm just moving with my upper body. Even further forward. And as you come back, really trying to use the spine and keep going. Most of these Kundalini movements we do for about a minute or two before we can start to see the effect. So maybe you just close the eyes and feel into the movement and observe any judgment that comes up. And keep going, try and draw in the navel a little bit more and create bigger circles with the body. We're just about to speed it up a notch. So you really have to remain connected to the core here. And smaller circles but faster circles. Let's go. Keep the attention on the breath. In and out through the nose, natural breath, normal breath. Keep it going. And observe what happens in the sides of the body. See if you're hunching. See if you can lean in a little bit more. Nice. We're nearly done, so last 10 seconds. Five, 4, 3. Give it your all. And last one as you slowly circle back to the center. Observe that sense of balance. Perhaps you bring both your hands up into Parvatasana with your hands facing each other. Close the eyes and drop into the present moment. Once again, observe the belly. We're activating the digestive fire, the fire that speeds up the metabolism, and balancing out the whole body. Stay here and breathe and really feel the sensations in your fingertips without flaring the chest, maybe drawing the ribs in a little bit more and stretching the arms up a little bit more. Stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're just going to drop the left hand down and the right arm stays up. We're going to take a nice side twist. Reaching up with the top arm and maybe even coming down onto the elbow. But if that doesn't feel good, we can stay nice and lifted, just reaching up with the top arm and breathe here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release. We're going to go over to the other side. Give the body a nice big stretch. And perhaps even pull with the other hand closer as you reach with the top arm. Almost as if you were pulling the mat towards you, having that strong and firm grip, but still lengthening through the side body, creating that extension. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reach that top arm up. We're going to circle it over this time. And extend, reach. One more time like this, creating this dynamic movement and waking up the upper body. One last time, feeling each of the micro movements in the spine. And then slowly bringing both hands up together. For a second, plugging in the shoulders and bringing them back to the sides, releasing them down, and the hands go all the way down. Shake out the shoulders, getting ready for our next moves. We're just going to come into all fours like we always do, with the hands firmly planted onto the floor and the knees right underneath the hips. Now you can stay here and just take a few cat-cows. But I like to start my day with just a C shape to one side and a C shape to the other side. And then I start with my cat-cows. Lifting the head up. And then chin to the chest. Push the floor away. So as you do this, again finding this yoga, this connection between the mind, the body and the breath. And pushing through the thumb and the index finger as you create a strong base and a flexible spine. Pull the chest through push the floor away. One last time. Pull the chest through, lift the head up. And on the next exhale, we're just going to curl and round. Walk the hands a little bit forward in front. And we're going to go into our turbo dog. So keep the knees nice and bent, sending the hips to the sky. And we're just going to draw the knees towards the chest and extend again. One more time. You're remaining on your toes here. Chest to knees. Lifting up. Chest to knees. Last time, lifting up. Stay here and breathe. And then plant both the heels down. And perhaps you walk one leg and the other. Just coming into your first downward dog of the day. Stay here and breathe. And we're going to walk the feet up to the front of the mat. Slowly and gently folding forward. And release the head, release the spine. And on the inhale, we're going to roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Stacking, extending, roll up the shoulder blades, lift the hands up, reach up, look up, and exhale, half sun salutations, just folding forward here, sending the body weight towards the toes. One more time, reach up with the hands, look past the thumbs, and on the exhale, folding forward, leading with the chest, as if a swan was diving. Last time, reach up with the hands, look past the thumbs, and exhaling, folding forward, releasing the spine. This time, we're just going to take a half lift and exhale to fold. And we're going to step back into the plank. So stepping into your plank, stay strong through the plank, so really move your body weight a little bit more forward and hold the plank. We're just going to get the knees down, tap them and lift them up. Tap them down, lift them up, and 5, lift up. Last 4, lift up, and 3, lift up. Last 2, lift up, and 1. As you lift up, send it back into your downward facing dog once again. Plant both the feet firmly into the mat this time. And we're going to take the right leg up into your 3-legged dog. Extend. And then bend that knee, coming through knee to nose. Inhale, send it back up all the way. And then knee to nose. And plant that foot between the hands if possible. And you're going to drop the back knee down, tuck that toe, and we're going to try and do a side twist. Now these side twists are super effective, so bring the hands up into a namaste, and we're going to take the elbow over the knee. And we're going to look past, look up, and remain super stable. The trick here is to try and squeeze both your thighs together and look up. Breathe for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly coming down. You can plant both the hands just by the sides of the leg. Maybe get the back leg a little bit further back. And just stretch that front leg into your Hanumanasana, your half splits. Go wherever feels comfortable. You can stay here on top with your hands behind. Or if you're feeling a little bit more flexible today, you can go as much as feels comfortable. Nice. Square the hips in front. And maybe you move the toes to one side, move the toes to the other side. This really works to help stretch the hamstrings, as well as find new ranges of motion that your body is not used to. Once again, squeeze both the legs together to remain firm. And stay here and breathe for 3, for 2, and last 1. We're just going to bring that front leg forward, back into where it was, tuck the toe, lift up, and then square the hips into your pyramid pose. So front leg, it goes front and the back leg is at a 45-degree angle. You're just going to fold over that front leg, wherever feels comfortable, and breathe. 5, 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Left foot steps to meet the right foot, folding forward, exhaling. And on the next inhale, lift the arms up, reach up, look up. And Samasiddhi, regulate the breath, regulate the mind, getting ready for the left side. Observe the difference between the left and right sides for a second. Take a big breath in, root through the feet, long breath out, let it go. One more time. Ekam inhale, lift the arms up, look past the thumbs. And we're leading with the chest, swan dive, fold forward. Inhale up to a halfway lift. Exhale, let's jump back into your plank. Push the body weight forward. And then we're going to go for the same thing now. 5 times, knees down, lift up, knees down, lift up, and 3, lift up, last 2, lift up, and last 1. As you lift up, send it straight into downward facing dog and breathe here. Finding the state of the asana in your downward facing dog. Maybe that means you breathe into the back of the heart or create some space between your hands. Just find what feels good. For 3, draw in the navel. For 2, send the hips back to the back of the room. For 1, and then the left leg extends this time into your 3-legged dog, coming onto your toes of your right foot. And we're going to bend the knee and send the knee towards the nose. Nice. Send it back, lifting up. And then the knee comes towards the nose, and this time we efficiently step, bringing the right knee on the mat. Lifting up, long through the torso, bring the hands in Namaste. You can tuck that back leg so you're nice and stable. And we're going to take a side twist to the other side. Hold here and breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly coming back through the center. Both the hands come to frame the front foot, and we're just going to go into our Hanumanasana. Breathing here. Once again, we can move the toes in both directions. For 5, 4, 3, sink a little bit lower, 2, and 1, lifting up. Coming back to where you started, but now we're going to go into the pyramid pose. So frame the front foot, lift that back leg up, send the back leg into a 45-degree angle, and fold over the front leg, releasing the top of the head. Relax the spine. You can take your right hand now and just bring it over to your hip and see if you can move your hip to face a little bit forward. Place your right hand back down and then take your left hand up and try and see if you can create some space by sending that left leg a little bit back with just your fingertips. So this is using yourself to adjust yourself, and breathe. For 3, keep squeezing. 2 and 1. Excellent. Step that back foot to meet the front foot, forward fold. Drop the head low. And on the next inhale, lifting up, reach up with the hands. And exhale back into Samasiddhi, breathing here. Let's keep that metabolism going. Come in, inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, swan dive, fold forward. Coming up to a halfway lift. And maybe this time you step or jump back into your plank. And we're going to flow through the vinyasa. Maybe it's knees, chest, chin today. Ashtanga Namaskar, creating 8 points of contact on the mat. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale back into downward facing dog. And we're going to lift the right leg high this time, once again into your three-legged dog. But we're just going to bring the knee into the nose and place it down into pigeon pose. So as you come down into your pigeon pose, almost like a rest between the vinyasas, make sure that you're nice and tall, your chest is proud, and breathe. 5, 4, 3. To make it even more challenging, you can bring that back leg up. But if you feel like this is not for you today, then that's fine. And last one, let it go. And maybe you even fold forward, making the hands into a pillow. And breathe into the belly. Slowly coming up. At your own pace, you're going to tuck and lift that right knee back up. Give it a nice stretch. Maybe you give it a bend and an extend. And you place it back down. We're going to repeat the same pigeon stretch on the left side. Lifting it and drawing the knee towards the left elbow and relaxing into your pigeon pose. So really try and lift up a little bit more before you sink down and square the hips even more. So I'm lifting up, squaring the hips, and when I get comfortable and I know I'm happy here, then I get the hands and I either open up the chest or I make it a little bit more difficult. Grab that back leg, pull it in. Stay here and breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let go. And we're just going to fold forward, making a pillow with the hands. And breathe in here. Deep belly breaths. Allowing the internal organs to do its job. And allowing the mind to just calm down and let go. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lifting up. And we're going to lift again, once again. Lift that left leg up. Maybe giving the leg a nice stretch and a wiggle. And then planting the legs down. Both the feet come down. And we're going to walk to the front of the mat. And then drop down at the knees. And stay tall here. So from Vajrasana, what we're going to do is something called Yoga Mudra. So I want you to get your hands and just get your thumb inside and your 4 fingers over the hands. Now I'm going to get this fist right here where my uterus is, at my lower abdomen, and I'm going to fold forward, getting my elbows outside, allowing them to drop, and my head down. So if I can't get my forehead to the floor, that's completely fine. But I'm trying to create this cavity with my tummy by drawing the navel in and sending the head low. You can use the hands to really massage the internal organs here, making small circles, stimulating all the internal organs, and breathe. Allow the shoulders to relax. Allow the elbows to relax. Try and create some more space. And take 10 deep belly breaths. whenever you feel ready, you can slowly lift back up into a seated position. Roll out the hands and just see how it feels in that area. Taking deep belly breaths once again. Into the belly, out of the belly. Perfect. Bring the hands by the sides of the body. And we're going to form, this is like a counter pose. So I want you to bring your hands just by the sides and we're going to do a few rock and rolls. So you're going to rock back and roll up. Rock back and roll up. So as you roll up, try and pause on top for a second. Roll up, pause. Rock back, roll up, pause. Yes. And just play and have some fun with it. Last time. Roll up. And this time just plant the feet down firmly. And we're going to bring the hands behind. The hands can face the heels. And we're just going to lift the hips up and send the head back. Send the hip bones towards the sky. Squeeze the glutes and breathe. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release. This time you can bring the hands by the sides of the body and just drop the whole torso down and only lift the hips up into your regular bridge pose. And breathe into the belly here. For 10, 9, 8, hold for 7, 6, squeeze the glutes, push through the heels, and 3, last 2, and 1. Slowly release the lower back down and just hug the knees into the chest, giving a nice big squeeze. Maybe you roll, make some small rolls to one side and the other side. And we're just going to extend the left leg out and grab the right knee in. And once again, without grabbing, without gripping, without holding, let's see if we can welcome the knee in towards the chest. Making sure to flex that straightened foot. And maybe even getting the head towards the knee. Make sure that there's no tension on the neck, so roll out the shoulder blades, remain completely relaxed. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release the back, release the neck, release the hands and just extend that leg up. We're going to bend the knee and kick through the heel, extend the leg. Bend the knee, kick through the heel, extend. Last time. And extend until you can find that shake. So maybe that means you pull it closer in. And keep kicking through the heel until you can find this small tremor. Observe the tremor and stay with the tremor. Beautiful. Keep staying with the tremor and keep flexing through the bottom foot, the one that's straight. You can maybe even take the arm and press that hip bone down and release it. Keep kicking through the heel. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to lower only to 60 degrees and hold. Just isolating the movements. Observe the body, observe the core, and see what's happening. Hold at 60. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it at 30 degrees. And observe the core once again. Can you breathe into the lower belly, even keeping this angle? Lower a little bit more. As low as possible, but without getting into the floor. Stay and hold. 3, 2, 1, and release. Very gently, dropping the hands by the sides of the body, and just observe the whole body for a second. Inhale into the belly, into the chest, up into the throat, from the throat, into the chest, and down into the belly. One more time. Belly, chest, throat, and throat, chest, and the belly. We're going to repeat this on the left side. So getting your right leg in, making it nice and straight, and then flexing the left knee in towards the chest, interlacing the fingers just below the knee, and perhaps even pulling. You can even give the ankles a nice twirl. Whenever you feel stable and comfortable, let's just bring the head up towards the knee and stay here and breathe. Roll the shoulder blades back and down. And deep breaths. In through the nose, out through the nose. See if you can relax the forehead. Relax the back of the neck. And grip a little less. Let go of the control. And slowly release the top of the head. We're just going to extend that leg. Once again, finding that edge, finding the edge of your comfort zone. Flex that bottom foot. Maybe you bring the hand just as a reminder to keep that thigh rolling outward. And your feet are nice and flexed, kicking through the heel. Kick and bend. Keep bending and extending. And once again, guys, you want to think of internally rotating the thigh, almost like you're squeezing these two thighs together, but you're still getting more leverage by kicking through the heel. When you do this, you'll automatically start to feel a shake. If you're doing it right, you should be shaking somewhere around here. When you find that you're shaking, stay there and breathe. In the animal kingdom, like animals used to tremor a lot just to release any anxiety and tension from the body. So, but as human beings, we've unlearned this. It's really good to release through tremor, through shaking. So watch until that shaking just goes away. Beautiful. Stay. And 5. Flex for 4. 3. 2. Kick a little bit more. And 1, let's extend that all the way down to about 60 degrees. And breathe. And observe the core. And lower a little bit more. And now again, observe where the movement is initiated from. Are you moving from the heel? Are you using the core to control the movement? Or are you using just the leg to move? See if you can initiate the movement from the core and lower a bit more. Stay here and breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Make super micro movements a little bit lower. Almost like you're touching the mat, but you're not. Hover. And see if you can feel the shake. Once again, I can. And then release completely. Release both the legs. Release both the hands. And once again, observe the body. Does it feel more balanced? Does it feel more stable? going to go into a deep side twist now. So to whatever side you want to go first, we're going to take a few variations of the side twist. The first thing you can do is just hug both the knees in, get the hands into a T or just in cactus arms. And you can drop the knees to one side and get the head over to the opposite side. So as you stay here and breathe, let's see if you can get your shoulder blade away from your opposite knee. Stack your knees. And slowly bringing it back through the center. We're just going to take it over to the other side. Drop the knees down and bring the head over to the opposite side. Slowly bring the head back to the center and the knees back into the center. Drop the knees down. We're going to take a figure 4 stretch. So the right leg goes up, crossing over the left knee. Get the hands, interlace them, and bring the knee in. So the more you get your right knee away, the deeper you can take the stretch. But if this feels too intense for you, you can back off a little bit and just breathe. Keep drawing in the knee towards the chest and watch the breath. Can you thicken the breath a little bit more? Can you make it more powerful? Maybe you roll your head to one side, roll your head to the other side. And release and just switch the cross of the legs. So right knee, left leg. And you can even use this left arm as a lever to push the knee away and draw this heel towards the chest. Very nice. And breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Feel free to stay here for a little bit longer and just observe the lower back. Press into the lower back and release the tension from the lower back. As you observe these micro-pelvic movements, see if with each micro-pelvic movement you can bring the knees in closer towards the chest. And whenever you feel ready, you can uncross the legs, shake out the legs. Maybe you take a nice happy baby. Grabbing the opposite sides, the outsides of your feet. Maybe you rock or you stay and hold. both the heels together this time. Trying to make an inverted butterfly. And then slowly extend the legs out and release in Shavasana. Breathing here. Let the hands fall away, let the feet fall away. And observe the rise and fall of the breath here. As we ground here, allow your bones to become super heavy. Allow your shoulders to relax, making any adjustments that you need to. Before you come into full stillness. To progressively scrunch and let go of different parts of the body. So we'll start from the head. Just scrunch up the face, scrunch up all the facial muscles, and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release the head, release any expression on the face. Allow the eyeballs to sink and relax into their sockets. Allow the forehead to remain stretched and relaxed. Let's crunch up the shoulders towards the ears. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let go of any tension in the body. Let's crunch up the hands, making fists with your palms. And really, if there's any emotion, anything, just hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let go, release, open up the palms. And now the chest. Let's push the chest down into the mat. Scrunch up the whole chest muscles. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Open-hearted. Deep breath in, long breath out. Now the most important part, coming down to your belly. Let's scrunch up the belly. Really try and squeeze every part of the belly. Draw the navel in and up. Just try and stay in this position for as long as feels comfortable, giving attention to the core. Remember to scrunch. And whenever you feel ready, we let go. Allow the belly to become super soft. Maybe you bring both hands onto the belly, watching the rise and fall of the belly. And see if you can slow down the rise and fall. And now your feet, scrunch up your legs, tense your whole legs, your thighs, your calves, your knees. all the way down to your toes. Squeeze your toes together and hold for 5, 4, 3, squeeze a little bit more, 2, and 1, let go. Allow the hands to fall by the sides of the body. Just find that stillness for a second. Slowly bend the knee and turn over to one side, making the coziest shape possible. And then use yourself to lift yourself, coming back to any seated position. Regulating the breath, and observe how you feel after the practice. Big breath in, long breath out. One more time, big breath in, long breath out. Irrigate the body with the sound. Last time. Big breath in. Maybe it's a sigh. And a long breath out. Bring your hands in front of your chest. Thank yourself. And thank you so much. Namaste.